Oh, buddy, you have misplayed big now. Oh, he called the Terra Fairy. Incredible. Incredible skill right there. Now, they played King Gambit, so I have the option to, like, call a sucker and try and Dragon Dance. But, like, I feel like I just eventually lose to him clicking sucker. We could go Gliscor. Oh, that's game. Woohoo! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Paradox to the top. This time we are working with the Roaring Moon, who's currently being suspect tested. Let's find out if we think it's going to get banned or not. And our opponent is using a very popular team right now. This team recently reached #1 on the ladder. This player didn't, but the team did. And so let's see if we can beat, you know, what is arguably the best team in the game right now. It's a very pivot-heavy team, U-turners all around, teleporter, flip-turner. I think just getting rocks up could be very nice for us as a way to just lead off the game. Get a little stealth rock up here. I don't know if this thing carries Sludge Bomb or not. It does end up carrying Sludge Bomb. I'm not Magic Guard, so that is going to actually hurt. Let's go ahead and Moonlight here. He's going to go for the Sludge Bomb again. Okay, I'll let you do that. I'll go Gliscor. We get Toxic. I'm going to go ahead and just get up Spikes. Wow, that thing carries Ice Beam. That's problematic. Oh, geez. Okay, do I continue to set up? Do I set up? I don't think this thing really can KO me. King Gambit hits the field. He can knock us off very nicely. Might be Iron Head. Probably is Iron Head. Let's go Cinderace. He tried to Sucker Punch. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get a burn down on whatever this is. And then we can go back into our Goldengo. So he tries to do that. He doesn't really have, like, unaware stuff. And I think, other than this King Gambit, you know, the Roaring Moon looks really good. I'm just going to have to get, like, chip down on King Gambit. That would be huge for us. So he ends up calling me there. Let's go ahead and just Moonlight. Maybe he'll try and Sucker again. There we go. That's very good for us. He's going to try and Court Change. Does Court Change work? Does Court Change work? We both have Court Change. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock off. Yeah, he can Court Change those over to me, but I'll get them back, you know, and maybe just Moonlight damage off. He misses. That's absolutely enormous for us. Can go into the Mystical Elf, but he does get outsped. I'll just rip Moonblast into whatever he wants to go into here. Depending on what he wants to go into. Resisted, that's not bad, that's not bad. Goldengo, I don't think this thing's carrying, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think this thing is carrying a fire type attack. He's just really offensive with Sludge Bomb, Future Sight, and Ice Beam. I do think that final move is a teleporting move. So I do think he's going to pull out so I can go into Cinderace on the King Gambit. And I really want to get the Wisp down on this. That's great for us. Katal Cleave. Ow, that hurts. He'll Sucker, so we'll go Court Change. Ooh, he didn't Sucker. That hurts. Let's go Ogre Pond and just try and rip into something on his team here. Big ol' Ivy Cudgel. Hold up, hold up, hold up. How badly do I need Roaring Moon here? How badly do I need him to, like, Terra Flying? Is he going to be able to just rip through the whole team once I've done that? No, not really. I could Terra Water here. That would be a ton of damage versus our opponent. Because if I Terra Water here, then that's like a KO on pretty much everything. I don't want to risk it, though. We'll just lead off with this Ivy Cudgel. Alamola doesn't care. We get red carded out. That's actually great. And then I can Nasty Plot here. The flip turns. Okay. Could have just recovered. Keeping this thing healthy would be very good. That might have been my optimal play there. This thing packs T-Bolt. That could hurt. But what if I Terra Fairy? Then he's just more likely to be able to KO me. Let's try and recover. Dang, that Volt Switch actually KOs. Dang. I bet that's... Is that Specs, we think? Is that kind of Specs damage? So he reveals that. And now I can, once again, just Ivy Cudgel into him. Or I could go... Oh. Let's get Knockoff in case he tries to switch into something that's going to hurt. Because he may go into the Alamola. That hurts. Power Whip. How's Power Whip hurting his team? Oh, he Terra Flying. And he's got that acrobatic set. That's very good for him. King Gambit is burnt. That helps a lot. Honestly, I still think this game can come together because I'm able to KO a lot of this team once I'm boosted up. But what I don't want to let happen is this Alamola like recover in any kind of way. So he might be able to regenerator. Acrobatics 30. Yeah, we just got to rip the acro into whoever he wants to give me. He decides to give me Great Tusks. That's fantastic for me. Now, I got these hazards up, and they're really ripping his team apart in a great way for me. Because we got those boots off, so Cinderace is going to take a ton of damage coming in. I'm almost tempted. I'm absolutely tempted to just rip a Dragon Dance, but I don't want to end up getting burned. So what's our best case scenario here? I think knocking something off, maybe. That's not bad for us. So yeah, if you don't know, Roaring Moon did end up dropping like super low in tiers. He does have Ice Beam. I am flying, but knockoff might be able to KO. So Roaring Moon ended up being UU this generation, and then with the recent DLC, it was given access to knockoff, and now it's like really problematic. I will dance here as your Scald. Ooh, I didn't realize he was packing Scald, because that burn would have been really, really bad for me. King Gambit comes out again. He could try to Sucker. I think that's his best move, so I'll dance on the Sucker again. He SDs. Now he can KO. Was that a thrown game right there? That might have been me throwing the game. Oh my gosh, we managed to hang on. Still a resisted attack. Dang, that hurts. We are naturally faster than Thundurus, though, so I might try and switch into Clef and just Moonblast. Yeah, that's Moonblast. Sucker shouldn't kill. If we are faster, which might be if it's not at max speed King Gambit, we can get some good damage off. Sucker can't KO. If he has Iron Head, that would be really bad for us. Moonblast does a lot. That's great. We end up lowering his special attack. Let's try and Moonlight here. We get KO'd. King Gambit, does it die? Does it die to the entry hazards? Oof. Oof. Oh, that's game. Woohoo! Hazards were the GOAT. I was telling you, this team is super pivot heavy, and so getting those entry hazards up early is exactly what secured the win here. We were playing those games between the court change and the Goldengo, and that game went really, really well for me. I'm very happy with that. I'm gonna pause it and start the next game. All right, here we are with our next game already. I'm gonna expect a Cinderace lead from our opponent, and that's fine. They may try to Will-O-Wisp on the Gliscor to prevent my Toxic Orb, but I didn't think they were gonna get it because I clicked Protect. So he's going to U-turn out, and I'm going to take that as an opportunity to get a spike up. Again, our entire enemy team is grounded. And what that means is we are going to not really care about Stealth Rocks as much. Stealth Rocks are better versus an opponent with a lot of flying types. But our opponent doesn't really have that. Now, hazards are still really great. On average, I think Stealth Rocks does like 200% damage per game. I'm Water Absorb, I'll take this. He ends up getting that special attack boost, but we are faster for sure, so we can Power Whip here comfortably. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 I don't like that. Again, we're still faster with Cinderace, though. And you tear it out of your water typing, so I can very nicely Flare Blitz into anyone on your team. No one really loves taking a Flare Blitz on your squad, so we will take the Manaphy. So yeah, the only thing we really would want hazards for is if that's like a Terra Flying Roaring Moon, which really seems to be like dominant in the meta. But now now a lot of them are running knockoff. So are we slower? Yeah, we're probably slower. A Fable or the Cinnamon Man. Let's go into the Cinnamon Man. End up getting popped. Less Nasty Plot. Crunch does a lot. But if I Terra here, I can take this from him. And is that my best move? It's not a bad move. I can take pretty much anything from him at this point. Oh, he called the Terra Fairy. Incredible, incredible skill right there. So we're kind of forced to do a little schmovement here. Dang, that hurts. Does he have close combat? Does he just have all the coverage he needs? This thing just has all the coverage he needs. It's destroying me right now. What do I think he goes into? Oh no, let's Moonlight, find out. Yeah, he's just got Heavy Slam. This just clears my team out, doesn't it? But he doesn't have Sub, which these things typically have, so I could like Toxic it down. But like clearly this game is lost already. I completely blew it to this Zamazenta. I bet he switches. What do I think he switches into? I don't know. This guy is a madman. He refuses to switch out the Zamazenta. I'm going crazy here. What are the odds that we can sweep with Gliscor? Okay, I got absolutely worked by that last Zamazenta. Let's not let that happen again. Looking at my opponent's team, I'm going to predict either Zapdos or Slowking Galar coming out first. And either way, I think I like Gliscor in that situation. So I call it right. We do end up seeing the Zapdos. I don't think it can do anything to us. Wow, that's a ton of damage. That is way more than I predicted. Ow. How does that match up versus Clefable? Not favorably. So we'll go Clef. He Heat Waves. I'll Stealth Rock. He doesn't really have... No, he has great hazard control, if we're being honest. So Corviknight comes out. Do I want to knock on this thing? A knock isn't bad. And then I'll set up my rocks again. So now, how's Corv looking? Rocky Helmet's gone. That's great. That's fantastic for this team. We have a lot of physical attackers. Then who do I think we can like comfortably go into? Who do I think we can comfortably go into? Goldengo's not bad. Cinderace ain't bad either. We could Moonlight. We could knock off here. Where do I think I get the most value out of this turn? Probably the Cinnamon Man. So yeah, he tries to Sludge Bomb here. Watch him have Flamethrower. I think we go Ogerpon on the double. Ends up Future Sighting. So we can get a little Swords Dance, or we can get a little knockoff damage here. Let's just get a little... How's his team speed looking? He only has 2 Pokemon faster than me, so I'll Swords here. And then if he wants to like Sludge Bomb or something and not KO, yeah, now we get a free knockoff, and this knockoff definitely kills Slowking and maybe just whatever wants to come in on the field right now. Is Ivy Cudgel my best move though? Ivy Cudgel is probably my best move. So let's go for that, get the KO, and just... I feel like he has to give me something now that this is like Swords Danced up. He's kind of put in that position. He brings out Iron Valiant, and I get that KO, baby. This thing's falling down. There it is. Iron Valiant down. That's one of the most threatening things on the team. I do end up losing the Ogerpon. That's fine in my opinion. I think playing the Gliscor would be nice. So he ends up going for the Corv. Let's not let that defog on me again. Unless he tries like U-turn. Yeah, see, he tried to defog on me. You try and U-turn and pop my balloon. Let's go Cinderace. Yeah, see, he U-turned. I don't want to lose that balloon just yet. So who do we think my opponent goes into here? So I think I could get like... he should be fearing like a U-turn. He should be fearing a U-turn. He clearly is not. I'll Will-O-Wisp. So he ends up Future Sighting. Flare Blitz does a chunk. We can go ahead and like Flare Blitz, get some damage, he Toxics. We go into the Roaring Moon to absorb this Future Sight. That ain't bad, that ain't bad. His moveset is getting more and more revealed that this thing doesn't counter the Goldengo. So we get a speed boost here, that's very nice. We Dragon Dance, we could potentially threaten a KO on Zapdos, as long as that Heat Wave doesn't KO. Knockoff KOs, so let's get that. I am still worried about this King Gambit in the back, especially now that Cinderace has been chipped quite a bit now. Don't know who he goes into. How does like the Corviknight matchup look for me? I'm like maybe 2-hit KOing. Maybe a little bit better odds after the Stealth Rocks. But I don't totally need speed on this team. I kind of do to compete with the other Roaring Moon. Like, he's not going to play that now that mine's up already, because his just loses. Okay, our opponent took forever to make that decision. Now, they played King Gambit, so I have the option to, like, call a sucker and try and Dragon Dance. But, like, I feel like I just eventually lose to him clicking sucker. We could go Gliscor. What does Gliscor look like versus this thing? Horrible. Absolutely horrible. I think we just kind of got to find a way for Cinderace to be in front of this thing. I guess we could just go knockoff. What? He was a Focus Sash King Gambit? What is that? Alright, I'm gonna go for a Will-O-Wisp on the King Gambit. Don't know why this thing is Iron Head. Yeah, if you want to do that, go ahead. I'll let you sucker. Because now you can't KO, and I can just Flare Blitz King Gambit down. And now one of his premier threats has fainted. Corviknight, I Flare Blitz again. Oh, Terra Dragon Corviknight, that's very interesting. I mean, it's not great, because now I can click Moonblast into your team. I think I will. Or do I call it and go Gliscor? I Moonblast. He can go into the Slowking. It's not going to do much. Oh my gosh, he's giving me Roaring Moon. It's dead. Why would you do that? I'm Moonblasting. I'm clearly Moonblasting your Dragon Pokemon. Oh, buddy, you have misplayed big now. Slowking comes out. His Slowking has nothing for Goldango. This is absolutely wrapped up from here to Kingdom Come. I am going to Nasty Plot, baby. That's a forfeit. That's game. I think the Roaring Moon did great handling some threatening Pokemon, and just all around was great in this video. Subscribe, thanks for coming, and make sure to vote for what Pokemon you want next week in the comments.